So welcome back to The Real Deal on NPD with Myra. Thank you for coming back. We're going to get into a topic today that is very interesting. It's a narcissistic harem. We're going to take a look at this destructive relationship, addictionship pattern. So please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified about upcoming videos that will be posted. So let's just get right into this. It's amazing to me learning about this foolishness. So if you have ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, then you know how toxic and destructive it is. But one thing you may not know, and I did not know, is that narcissists often have something called a harem. And yeah, we've all heard of harem. It's when this one person has all these people. And that's exactly what this is. These narcissists are something else. They're really something. So they need attention way more than an average person does. And this is why they don't stay single for long. They move from relationship to relationship. And oftentimes we wonder how the relationship has moved so fast. And it's really because they've always had this relationship while still in their primary relationship. They've been building people up to move them into the number one spot. So when the relationship ends, they do move quickly onto another. And they're often able to do this because of the harem of admirers, of lovers that they've had the entire time. So they use the harem as a backup if their primary relationship breaks down or starts acting up. In the case of me, asking too many questions, not able to be controlled like I used to. So the harem is a group of people who are all in a relationship with the narcissist. All of them. Yeah, you heard me right. All of them are in a relationship. So it is destructive. I don't really like to use relationship because it is an addictionship, but it's a group of people who are sexually and romantically involved with this person. And this often includes their primary partner, which was me, the most important to the narcissist, but also several other secondary partners who are of less importance to the narcissist. So, you know, this narcissist, I still just can't get over how selfish. So this narcissist sees these people as objects to be used and controlled. And they're not individuals with their own needs and wants. They're just objects. And the clown narcissist will manipulate and play mind games with the members of the harem in order to keep them under control. So this harem is a way for the narcissist to keep a supply on demand. So they always have these people they can go to. So oftentimes when they're with the primary person, soon after, they'll just go over to one of the secondary's house. I believe that's what the one I was dealing with did. So they build these harems because they want multiple partners. They love attention and they don't think rules should apply to them. So they feel that they have the right to cheat with who they like and when they like. Okay, don't question them. All right, don't question them. So they rotate between these people. Using them for their own needs. And when they're done with them, they get tired of them. They will discard them when they're no longer useful to them. And so these are extremely destructive relationship patterns that often go unnoticed until it's too late. I did not know until the relationship was over, until I started educating myself. So if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, it is a very good chance that you are in a narcissistic harem, and you might not even know. I did not sign up to be in a harem, yet I was, without my knowledge, without my consent. So you're thinking you're in a committed relationship with one person, but that is not the case. Also, you need to watch out and be careful because these narcissists, they sleep with anybody and everybody and may or may not use protection. So it is important to be aware of these patterns. And if you're not careful, you could find yourself in one of these unhealthy, toxic situations because the narcissist does not care. They do not care. It's about meeting their own needs. So these harem members, they don't necessarily know about each other. They usually don't. So it comes as a surprise to them that the person that they have been obsessing over has actually been bouncing from person to person. Yeah, they had no idea. They thought they were the one relationship, you know. They thought they were going to be getting back together with the clown narcissist. So these narcissists, of course, they like secrecy, because if any of these harem members ever compared notes, then the narcissist clown would be found out and would lose their stash of supply. So they have to keep these people apart. And let me tell you, I'm sure they get very nervous if for some reason one ran into another. So this narcissistic cycle goes something like this. You know, there's a new supply that comes in. The person lavishes that person with attention. It moves really fast. The narcissist keeps their former partners on ice by feeding them hope and breadcrumbs of attention and affection. And then when the new supply loses his or her shine, then that person gets downgraded and put into the harem. So the narcissist may bounce back from old harem member in the interim while they look for someone new. And then the cycle goes on and on and on. So the men and women that the narcissists meet, they could be beautiful, they can be handsome, they can have a great job, have good friends, have money, but it absolutely does not matter. It does not matter who you are. You are not going to be able to save this narcissist. This pattern is and will continue because it's not about you. It's always about the narcissist, and it will always turn out the same way. Okay, these clowns are selfish, they lack empathy, and they absolutely don't care about anyone but themselves. So when these narcissist clowns get into the relationship, they know that it's just a matter of time before their speedy exit. It's like a drug addict. You know, they're always looking for their next fix, and they build up a tolerance for people. So, you know, they extract all the supply they can from them, and they need a new supply. Who's fresh, who's new, who does not know who they are. So how do they get these people? A number of different ways. And I'll tell you about it. So you know that sob story that they got you with? They use that. You know, they attract other people, affairs with their little sad stories. They might even cry. They claim that their current partner is abusive. And that their current partner is crazy and that they cheat on them. But in reality, that's what the narcissist is doing to their partner. So they now are the victim. The partner is the person committing the crime. So they keep these people in the harem by these on and off relationships. So, you know, when they're done with you, they want to get you into the cycle, into the harem. So they do this with multiple partners. Like I said, they don't want to get rid of anybody. So they just move you into a different role, a lesser role if you were the primary partner. So they blur the lines between when one relationship ends and another begins. I believe this happened with me. I think he was still in a relationship with his ex when our relationship started because her pictures were still on the Facebook page. So it allows these narcissist clowns to see more, you know, two or more people at the same time in close succession. So, you know how hoarders, you know, they're afraid to throw anything away just in case they might need it sometime down the line. The clown narcissists, they're the same way. They don't like to throw away the people that they have collected. So they don't want to, you know, when they do the discard, they don't want you to get too far away because they'll come around and hoover you back in so that they can offer you up a very, very special friendship. And they'll say, let's be friends. Even though I've screwed you around over and over again, and I did that vicious, disgusting discard on you. So what they're doing when they say this friendship business, they are offering you a membership to the harem. They will throw you crumbs of affection. They will future fake you. They will hint at your possible future together, maybe to get back together at some point in time. So this membership in this nasty harem will allow the narcissist clown to pop in and out of your life. Yes, whenever they want, just in and out, so that they can mess with your head, so they can keep tabs on you, while at the same time, keep you stuck and fixated on them. So the membership does have some privileges, but they're not for you. The privilege is all for the narcissist. Now, another thing to think about is, how do they get people into the harem? One way is they get their former partner pregnant, or they get you pregnant during a relationship, or if it's a woman, they become pregnant. And they do that because once they have the child, they are pretty much obliged to stay in contact for 18 years. So the narcissist, they can disappear and reappear into their lives for the sake of the children, and they may have a legal, moral obligation to allow this to happen. So that's surefire. That's surefire to ensure that you have a good 18 years of access. So watch out and make sure these folks aren't trying to get you pregnant, because it isn't for the kid. It isn't, because they want to be with you. It's because they want to have supply from you for 18 years. So the next is they try to get younger people into the harem. And that's because they're naive and they're easily fooled. And also it gives the narcissist a huge ego boost to be able to attract someone that's younger, to have that young person on their arm or hidden in the harem. So other than young people, they look for a number of different things in the person that they're going to bring into the harem. So they often select people who are kind, who are giving, and who are overly forgiving. A lot of times they come from abusive backgrounds. That's like what I came from. So sometimes you don't recognize abuse when you have grown up in it. So these people usually have low self-esteem. And that's great for the narcissist that they have low self-esteem, because they will probably be more willing to take the narcissist's bad treatment. And because this person will probably forgive all of the things that they're going to do to them. And then that person also, because they have low self-esteem and because they may come from an abusive background, they believe that they deserve that treatment. They believe they can't get better treatment than what they're receiving from the clown narcissist. Another way that the narcissist brings people and keeps them in the harem is because of a tactic that they use a lot: future faking. Future faking is when someone promises you something in the future, either a direct promise or an indirect, implied promise. They have absolutely no intention of delivering. And the aim is to keep this person hanging around for this future prize and string them along as long as possible. So this future faking, it is horrible because it is a time stealer. It wastes the other person's life. It wastes the other person's time. For example, myself, I was in a relationship with this person for almost 10 years. Wasted time because I was waiting for something that I thought we were going to be in a relationship for a good amount of time for the rest of our lives. But no, that did not happen. He strung me along. He knew how the relationship was going to begin and how it was going to end. So these narcissistic harems, it is part of a destructive relationship pattern that hurts everyone involved except for the narcissist. So if you do think that you might be in a relationship with a narcissist, I urge you to please seek professional help, to run, but only if it's safe. Because if you're dealing with a violent narcissist, you will need to make plans to be able to get out. So one thing I always say is, when you know, you must go. It's one thing when I didn't know, when you didn't know, but when you learn what is really going on, then when you know, you gotta go. You can't unsee what you've seen. So for more information about the narcissistic personality disorder, please check out the rest of my videos in the video series. They're going to be concentrating on narcissistic personality disorder so that I can help educate you while educating myself and helping you all get into a place where you're in the healing process. We need to move away from these people, begin our own lives, and let them stay in that little sick cycle and pattern we don't need to be. So please feel free to use the comments and share your experience with with the person in your life who has NPD. So thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to bring you another video soon. See you then.